Hi guys, so just doing a quick tutorial on the Content Analyzer tool on SEMRush. So first things first, where do you find the Content Analyzer tool? So it's not on the sides down here. So what you need to do is create a project which will then give you a dashboard like this. And I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see the options and stuff like that. So you'll see that you've got site audit here, position tracking and so on. So the bottom right hand side here is the Content Analyzer tool, and you simply just click on it and it will open up the Content Analyzer dashboard. Now I'm just going to give you an example of one that I don't have access to, just so that I can show you how to connect to Analytics and Search Console. So this is what the Content Analyzer dashboard looks like, and I will go through all of those options with you in a moment. But what I want to focus on this particular page is the Analytics and Search Console integration. So in order to get all of the data that you would want to see, you can simply click the connect button and it will allow you to connect to your Google Analytics and your Search Console settings. So you just click on that, it will use your email, and then it will go into the various accounts that you may or may not have on your account. So you want to make sure that you do connect that all together so that you're getting as much data as you can. So I'm just going to open up Analyzer on one I do have connected. So this is the dashboard again, Content Analyzer. So it's a content audit tool, and basically what it allows you to do is look at the overall status of your content, so you know whether it's got header tags, title tags, and various other options. So what it does is crawl your website. Now it can take a wee bit of time to update all the data on here, so don't expect it to work immediately. It can take an hour or so for it to all pull through, and then when it does all pull through, it does give you all your URLs down here, and it will tell you various different parts here, header one, title tags and stuff like that. Now I'm going to go through the search filters first. So you can filter down your URLs based on words. So for example, if I wanted to filter all these kind of URLs down to words that have up to 500 words on it, then I can do that and click apply, and what it will do is give me all the kind of content that's got 500 words or less on it. You can also filter things down by subfolders. So obviously my website doesn't have a load of subfolders, but you can tick subfolders if you do have them and apply them and do it based on subfolders. You can also filter down in sessions, page views, and we also do have a number of other advanced filters. So I'm going to zoom back out. So if I scroll along, I'll be able to see a whole heap of information there, including social shares and whatnot. So I can filter stuff down by social shares, backlinks, bounce rate, search queries, content update, which is the last date that your content was updated, status code, and any tags. So get on to tags. You do have all of your URLs here where you can add your own tag. So for here, I'll just delete that one. You can add a tag and you can say low quality, for example. I didn't spell low properly, but you can add your own tags there. So I'm just going to come back out of that just now. So you can add your own tags, and you can also filter down by your own tags as well. So that's also a cool little feature on the advanced filters. Manage columns, which you can see right here. I'll just zoom out a little bit. So the columns are all these columns that go along there. So you'll be able to see that I don't have everything ticked. You can tick them all. You can tick what ones are most relevant to you, untick stuff. And for example, content update is one of the first ones that I can see. If I wanted to see shares first, you can drag and drop this by clicking on these kind of 9 dots here. So I can have the social shares shown first on the columns, and then I could potentially show the title tag second if I wanted to drag that up there. So you can filter the columns to suit yourself, and you can switch ones off that are maybe not as relevant to you specifically. So that's what columns is. So that's quite a cool feature to have if you only want to see specific sets of data. Now the next part is all, then you've got stuff that's in progress, analysed and not analysed. So what does this mean? So you can see one of these are sitting in progress. So I'm going to show you how that works. So if I click on the URL itself, I can go up to the top left hand corner up here, and basically what you can do is have that as not analysed, analysed, or in progress. I'll just zoom out and show you that again. So not analysed, in progress, and analysed. So it's really up to you what status you want to put that particular part in. Now also showing you this it has a whole bunch of other features here. So when you click on the URL itself, it will give you statistics based on your Google Analytics. So you can see the metrics for the URL. When I launched this particular post, I've got a fair bit of traffic, and then it obviously drifts away, and it's just bits and bobs every other day that come onto that particular guide. And that's because I've not really promoted it on social media and anything else. I've not done a great campaign with it. But that's obviously my problem. But you can see it's got some shares, some backlinks. People, are on it for an average session of 1 minute and 10 seconds. You can also click this little part here where it says top 5 search queries, and you can click on that, and it will also show you some search queries that particular URL actually ranks for. So how to rank Google My Business, the complete guide to ranking local business, verified GMB without postcards, and stuff like that. So you can look at the top 5 search queries as well, which is quite an important thing in my opinion anyway. You can also write notes based on this URL. So up here you'll see tasks and notes, and I could put a note in here saying please add 200 more words. So that could be my notes. Just click save, and that note is stuck on there. Ideally, I would probably add it as a task, so you can add tasks here. So you can type task, so add 200 words, add task, and basically when someone does that task, they can tick that off so that it's scored out, and anyone utilising SEMRush can see whether it's been done or not. Now what's also another great little feature is you can also send it to Trello if you use Trello for your workflow. You can also send it to Google Calendar. So that's quite a nice bit of integration there if you want to send that about to other people. You can also invite other members of your team by clicking on the invite members part, and you can just put in their emails and invite them to see the campaign. So you can also, over on the left hand side, scroll through your URLs. So down at the bottom there you'll see next URL. So if I click on that, it's going to take me to the next URL on the list, and it's going to show me the traffic there. And if I keep scrolling through, it will continually go through all of the kind of URLs, and it will show me all the different kind of metrics and stuff like that from analytics on there. And it's up to me then to be able to assess whether that's been analysed, whether it needs some work done, so I would mark it in progress, or leave it as not analysed if it's not been done. So that particular feature is very good. So what I also want to show you is some of the other things that you can see here. So you can see your content, for example. So if I want to highlight this particular header 1 tag, I can just click on it and I can add a task. So if I add custom task, redo this header, it will highlight that, and under tasks it will tell you what I want done, and if I hover over it, it will show the header as well. So another nice little bit of integration there. So you can mark out parts of the content, the headers, and anything else that you want to tweak and assign it to your team, add it as a task or whatever way suits your workflow. So that again is a great little feature. You just simply hover over it and it will do the work for, well, you can create your workflow for yourself. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do there. You can also search by URL if you want to use the search function there. But on here, it's shown me 85 pages with that particular filter on. In total, I've got 158 pages. In total, I've got 11,000 social shares, 725 backlinks, 5,900 sessions, average session durations less than a minute, bounce rate 78%. So it gives you a lot of stats, and obviously every website, no matter who you are, can improve upon these stats. Do we want more social shares? Do we want more backlinks? Yes, we do. So that is the kind of standard content analyzer in general. Now they do have a little part here which is called content sets. So just click on content sets there, and basically you can break all your URLs down into different sets. So it could be rewrite or remove, need to update, poor content, whatever it may be. You can actually create your own sets of URLs with your domain name by going to the bottom here and add your own data set, and you can basically use all these kind of filters and functions. So if it's word specific, anything less than 300 words with a bounce rate of more than 80%, apply changes, and then you can name that set really poor content, or whatever it may be. It's entirely up to yourself what you want to do with that. But creating your own sets is an ideal way for you to quickly get into those URLs, or help your team quickly establish what URLs you don't like. So that's what content sets is. So that breaks it all down for you, makes it easy. We also have up here post tracking. So if I click on that, what you can do is track posts of either your own website or your competition. Obviously, if you're going to do your competition, you can't connect to see the referral traffic. But if it's your own post, you can, and you might want to monitor, how many keywords it ranks for, how many social shares it gets, how many backlinks it gets, and so on. But ideally, what you can do, I've got Matthew Woodward's post here, and I've got one from SEMRush, which is written by Olga. So again, you've got filters up here, so I can filter these down by the website. So that's Matthew Woodward or SEMRush. If I click in SEMRush, it will make Matthew Woodward's disappear. You again can filter it down by author, so you may look at different authors, different bloggers. So if I want to just see Olga's stuff, then I can have all of Olga's URLs there, can filter that down. You can again add a tag if you want and filter it down by tag, which I've got test tag under Olga's. So if I click that, it should show the SEMRush one. Referral traffic and estimated reach as well, you can also filter it down by. But clicking on the actual posts, if you had analytics, it would show you, what kind of traffic that particular URL had. But if you don't, it can show you the visibility trend, shares growth, daily changes, backlinks trend, so you can see if they're getting backlinks to it on a consistent basis, or if it's just staying where it is, or however it's going to work. You can also see what kind of, you can't see the full social strategy, but you can also see that Twitter seems to get a lot more traction on Matthew Woodward's Scrapebox tutorial than Facebook does, probably because Matthew's more active in Twitter than he was in Facebook. So there are lots of different things here that you can filter things down by and see on people's posts that will allow you to kind of form some kind of to-do task to get your blog post getting similar shares, backlinks, content and everything else. So the content analyzer is a great tool, and it's something that I think can help you very quickly establish what's good and what's not on your website. Makes it a nice clean place where your members can log in and update things, and you can keep tabs on the progress as well. So it's another nice addition to the SEMRush toolkit, and one that I think people should start to use, because it certainly is very useful in keeping on top of things, especially if you are delegating tasks to other people. So that is the Content Analyzer tool, and hopefully you enjoyed that particular tutorial.